Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Creditors have overwhelmingly approved Purdue Pharma's bankruptcy plan. For those of you that filed claims, how much money are you going to end up getting? Well, I'll tell you more in this video. This is a series of videos that's designed to help you understand and navigate personal injury law. If you want to learn more about unsafe products like the 3M Combat earplugs, check out this video right here. If you want to learn more about this opioid litigation, you can check out this series of videos that I've done. Now, you can also subscribe to the channel, so click on the subscribe button and make sure that you click on the bell so that you get notification every time that new videos come out. I've been fighting for people that have been injured in crashes, in falls, and by unsafe products for over 25 years. I filed the very first lawsuit by a town in New York State against the manufacturers and distributors of opioid pain medication. I'm also co-chair of the American Association for Justice's Opioids Litigation Group, so I know this particular litigation inside and out. I'm here to help keep you informed and to help keep you safe. Okay, so let's give you a 30-second update as to what exactly happened here and where we're at in the litigation. So, as you know, a lot of lawsuits involving Purdue Pharmaceutical. They're the primary manufacturers of OxyContin, the brand name. They are the ones that were driving the sale and using this as a pain medication for everything from severe crashes to toothaches. Well, cities, towns, counties, native tribes, hospitals, they'd had enough of spending money in this health crisis that we have with opioid addiction rampant throughout the country. Slowly collapsing under the weight of this, they file for bankruptcy. They end up in the Southern District of New York. They file in the court in White Plains in Westchester County, and the one judge there is Judge Drain, and he's the one handling the case. Judge Drain opened the door for personal injury claims, and those of you that had a claim had until July of 2020 in which to file that claim. Now, at some point, everybody who filed a claim got a copy of the plan or access to a copy of the bankruptcy plan, a restructuring plan. What that did is that created about a $700 to $750 million pool. You had the opportunity to vote on it, and those ballots were due earlier this month. So that's been counted, and the creditors have overwhelmingly approved the bankruptcy plan. Let me ask you this question, just as an aside. So the Sacklers have been testifying that they are not responsible for what happened, and Purdue Pharmaceutical is not responsible for the opioid crisis. And they have been insisting that in order to get money out of them, they put up $4.5 billion, that they get releases from everybody that stop these municipalities, these hospitals, Native American tribes, from suing the Sackler family individually. Now this is important. You would think, well, if it's a company, isn't it a corporation? Not exactly. Purdue Pharmaceutical is a privately held company and it's owned by the family. So let me ask you this. Do you think it's fair that they're able to walk away like this, that they're able to get these releases and that nobody can pursue them ever again? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Okay, so now the plan's approved. Am I going to get some money out of this? What's the deal? Jeff, you know, I've been watching this video now for a few minutes. What's the scoop? Well, the simple answer is, as long as you can show proof of use of a Purdue product through your records from your doctor who prescribed it or from the pharmacy where you purchased it, you may be entitled, or your loved one who passed on may be entitled, to a resolution, to some kind of money out of this case. Now, there's going to be three levels of it. We're just going to put it at three very basic levels. The first one is going to be if you filed a claim, you can't really prove any use or purchase of the Purdue product, or, for example, you filed because your loved one, your child, your sibling, your spouse, grandchild, whatever it is, that you put up money for bail, for rehab, for treatment, anything along those lines, you're probably not going to recover. You're probably going to fall into this first tier, which is what I like to call the quick and dirty. And that is, they will not review your case, they will not look through to see if you have used the product, if you meet all the criteria, which are still kind of in the works right now. You can get $3,500, no questions asked. There's a second criteria, and that's for addiction. So again, proving that you used the product, used OxyContin or used a Purdue product, and you did become addicted, that's going to net you about 5 to 15 grand. Now, for those of you who've lost a loved one and filed on behalf of their estate, what am I going to get there? Well, that's got to be, no. Unfortunately, wrongful death is going to be somewhere between $15,000 to $40,000. So you're looking at a top-out recovery of $40,000 or so for a wrongful death. You have to look at it in terms of the number of claims that have been filed, about 130,000, actually a little over 130,000, and the fact that we have about $750 million to divide up amongst those who filed claims. So what's going to be important is working with your attorney to make sure that we have proof that you did use the product, that you did use OxyContin or prescribed it, and that you had something happen to you such as addiction. Obviously you can prove, if you're working for an estate, you can prove all of that with the documents that you have. So that's where we're at. And the bottom line is that the Sacklers seem to think that they are going to just walk away. So are we getting justice here? Probably not. I would recommend to you a book called Empire of Pain by Patrick Radden Keefe. He's an excellent author. It's a very good book, and it explains how did this company come to be, how did they get into the OxyContin business, how did they get to where it became this problem. And Mr. Keefe goes through all of that. I'd also recommend to you a video. Recently, John Oliver on his Last Week Tonight program did a great section about the Sacklers themselves. I would imagine you can, since hey, it's YouTube, if you found me, you can find just about anything on YouTube. I will try to find it and put it in the playlist for you, and I'll link to it. If I can find it, I'll link to it in the notes below. If you do happen to have HBO, obviously you can just hop on demand and watch it for yourself. If you have questions about personal injury law, or if you've been injured in a crash, in a fall, or by an unsafe product, please feel free to contact me at the email address that's on the screen below. You can also check out my website at www.jeffmarionlaw.com, and you can message me there, and I'll take a look at your case for free and see what we can do to help you. I want to thank you again for watching this video. Please, if you enjoyed this content, like the video, share it with your friends in your social media networks, and subscribe to the channel. Also, click on that bell, make sure that you get notifications of new videos. I usually drop videos on a regular basis, so until next time, we'll see you in the next video.